Hey folks, well, it's a little bit warm. Early enough in the day, it's not too bad. Mosquitoes are bad, but wind just came up a bit, so blowing them away a little. And, well, the young whippersnapper was throwing an attitude and wasn't going to take a bit, and his owner was scared to ride him otherwise, so they ended up riding Steady Eddie here. And so we were basically riding two horses, both in halters. And, I think bits are overrated because, frankly, if you can ride an Arabian in a halter, you can ride anything in a halter. And both the horses today in halters, and quite frankly, they were both behaved like perfectly wonderful little horses. Well, he ain't so little, but hey, that's beside the point. Anyhow, beautiful day. It's still fairly early in the morning yet. Starting to get warm. Sun's out. Yeah, good thing we did it before the temperature came up. It's supposed to hit 90 today, so think about that when you go for a ride too. Don't be scared to get your butt out of bed early in the day and head her out when it's still nice out. Makes it a little better for you, makes it a little better for the horse, because even now we were just walking and this guy's got sweat under the cinch, so it doesn't take much to get him warmed up on a day like this. So think about that and plan ahead when you go out for a ride. This lovely boy, I say that with a little bit of a sarcasm because he can be a bit of a jerk sometimes, but this boy was the horse that got left behind today because his owner couldn't get a bit in his mouth. And this is a perfect example of breaking things down into pieces and not making the bit an issue because the bit isn't the problem. He didn't want to take the bit for a number of reasons that had nothing to do with the bit itself. As you can see, I got no saddle on him here. We're not going to ride him. We got no reins or nothing. We just wanted to put a bit in his mouth. That's all. So that the bit becomes a non-issue. Break things down into pieces when you got problems, because sometimes the bit isn't the problem at all. In this particular case, he's got one ear that for some reason is a little sensitive. I don't know, maybe he's got a sore in it or something, but he doesn't like his one ear being handled. So the first thing that happens when the bit goes in his mouth is the bridle goes over the ear, and well, that causes pain, apparently. I don't know. Just one thing. So he connects the bit with that ear being hurt. The second thing is, as soon as he gets bitted up and the bridle on, he gets ridden. It means he has to take orders, and he's a little bit disrespectful and obstinate on a good day. Not so much for me, but for his owner he is. So he automatically figures having a bit means I got to take orders. Third thing is that while lunging him, I noticed that he was favoring his one shoulder a little. I'm not sure if there's a problem here or not, or if he was faking it. He's been doing this a while now. Could be minor, could be major. Maybe that was another problem. Is the bit bent, I'm going to get ridden, and that shoulder's going to hurt more. So when you have a problem, break it down into pieces. Because if you look at the big picture, sometimes you find out that what your actual problem is, in this case, getting him to take a bit, isn't a problem at all. It's just a symptom of other problems that possibly, in his case, possibly 3 other problems. So just something to think about, folks. When you have a problem, like I said before, you got to separate, is it a problem or is it just a symptom? And break things down into pieces, look at the big picture, and figure out what the problem really is. In this case, what I'm doing right now is I've had this bit in him a couple times now. I'm working on making the bit a non-issue because the bit isn't an issue. The bit isn't a problem. His reason for not wanting the bit probably has absolutely nothing to do with the bit at all. He was a little reluctant to take it at first, but he's getting better now, and each time we put it in him and take it back out again, most time I don't even put the bridle up over his head. As you can see, this one doesn't even have a brow band or anything on it, so it's a little bit different setup. Don't have to mess with his ears a whole lot. I'm gentle with that. I do the good ear first, and then it makes it so I don't have to mess as much with his bad ear. So one of those things to consider, folks. When you have a problem, is it really the problem? maybe it's just a symptom. Look at the bigger picture, break it all down into pieces. In this case, I'm going to keep doing this for the next little while. I'm going to put the bit in, take it out several times until the bit itself is not an issue, because the bit isn't the problem. The problem is something else that he relates the bit to. We're not quite sure exactly what. We have a few theories on that one, but that's not really the point. The point is that what you see as a problem isn't always a problem. It's just a symptom. And if you break things down into pieces and look at the big picture, sometimes you figure out what the problem really is. And it's not that hard to fix. So have a good day, folks. Bye.